And welcome again, once again, to Latrobe's GPL 357, where we are a few degrees short of a full circle, and we certainly are today. We are one missing our regular case Theo, who is sick at home, probably as sick as his Wood Ducks team, I'd say. But I am surrounded by trophies, as you can see, for one reason. We are joined today by the Corruptibles force, our captain, two-time All-Latrobian Phil Misso. Welcome, Phil.
Thank you, Tony.
And the spiritual leader himself, back from Thailand, his Tropiaca farm, we have Michael Prideaux.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on, guys. We will, as always, go through the reviews of the last round. We'll go and search for some lost degrees, because I doubt we'll find them here. We'll continue the reviews. We will do some surgery myself on these two young men. We've got a bit of a public apology coming up. We're going to pay tribute to 200 game players, and finally we'll do the tips for next week, which will all be entertaining. So we might get underway straight away, guys, and I'll start with my first review. I'll just make a little bit of room here, take these trophies down.
What trophies are those, Tony?
They are we'll get to these, Michael.
Just checking.
And well, first of all, I'm going to talk about the blockbuster from last week itself. The Tunners, top of the table, were playing Volleyball. The Tunners rallied against the non-believers, I must admit. None of us in the panel picked them, and they had the highest score of the round. Their 2 games clear percentage, 181, demanding respect, and they knocked over Volleyball, who really only get beaten by good scores, by 175. Who have you got there, Phil?
Well, I've got the Dynasty against the Wanderers. The Wanderers 178 to the Dynasty 174. It looks like the Dynasty are struggling with consistency and numbers, and the Wanderers are continuing to impress, doing pretty well.
They are doing very well. How about you, Michael?
I've got the Buglers versus Brother W's. Brother W's beat the Buglers. The Buglers were disgusting in the grand final last year, and they need to lift immediately.
They do, actually. They're struggling a little. Telling it how it is, as I expected. Guys, I've got in front of me here the Premiership Trophy, and I look at 2010. I must admit, I still can't believe it. Have you guys come down from this momentous victory in 2010?
It was expected.
By who?
By me.
And?
I'm not sure about the others, but it was expected by me.
Phil?
Well, with 5 rounds to go, I thought we were going to start looking at our recruitment for 2011, and then something happened. We started winning.
You'll remember back, this is one of the most famous bits of Premiership history. We've got the 2010 Yes Hat, the slogan that came true. How have the other slogans been going?
2012, not so hot. 2014, a great year for the Corruptibles, 2014. We were very close to winning everything.
Yeah, you went close to 1 week off a Triple Crown attend.
Apparently the captain was blamed for having gone overseas for 4 weeks.
That is correct.
I was going to say that, just a little trip overseas in the finals.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd give them a little bit of encouragement, work it out themselves, and then come back and play the grand final, and they didn't do it.
Didn't quite get there. There's another little trophy here, which is the cracker, the Orange Ruffy. Can someone please tell me what the Orange Ruffy is?
I suppose I can. The Orange Ruffy, as it is now called, is a pre-season event held at Moonalinks. And the trophy is for the worst player. And it's called the Moona Masters, and it says on it, you try fishing instead, because it's for last place. Murray Cropley, the Orange Ruffy himself, won it this year, and I would think he'll probably win it every year.
Once he wins a trophy, he likes to keep on with it. No worries. We might just whip on to the next reviews, and I've got the Ferrets versus the Corruptibles themselves last week. The Corruptibles just fell over the line, 167 2-point winners over the Ferrets, which are, I would say, now favourite for the Wooden Spoon. But you've fallen into 3rd place, guys. Well done. How about yourself, Phil?
I've got the Tridents and the Sewer Rats. The Sewer Rats 173, the Tridents 157. Tridents have got some very worrying form, very up and down. And the sewer rats, well, they look like they've arrived and it looks like their final's assured.
They certainly do. It's amazing. They've been fantastic. Who have you got there, Fred?
I've got a game between the Gummers, who demoralised the life out of the Vultures. Murray Jowers told me during the week that he's ashamed that he picked up Jeff Pratt in the draft. He's been the Daisy Thomas of the Latrobe Premier League.
The ex-Ferret.
Hopeless.
No good. Well, there we go.
Hopeless.
So what we might do, as we do everything, we'll just look at what we've gone out on the course to search from Lost Degrees, and it's amazing what you... This year at the Super Rats Corporate Box, wondering how they responded to last year's rev up, and as you can see,
Can you believe it?
pretty soon.
Where is he? Shot
37, 39.
The sewer
Go the
rats.
rats. The rats are out of the sewer.
39 points, thanks, Judge. We're flying in the corporate box down here, Judge. The sewer rats corporate box. I don't know where you're going to do it again. Just want oh, yeah. What, no swearing on the GPL news? Can't you beat me out? Please?
The sewer rats are certainly on fire. That corporate box is bubbling. The sales in the spike bar are going through the roof at the moment, matching their soaring position in the premiership table. We've got more reviews to go, so we might throw to you, Phil, your third review.
Okay, my third review is the Phoenix and the Wood Ducks. The Phoenix 179, the Wood Ducks 148. Like their name, the Phoenix look like they're rising from the ashes, and the Wood Ducks, well, apparently it's open season on ducks.
Yeah, they're really faltering. The Phoenix have given the Ferrets a wooden spoon position. What about you, Fred?
It appears that I have the All Night Chemists and F Troop. F Troop 1.
I know.
Unbelievable. Vinny must have been very quiet. Not worth talking about that game.
they're teasers, the chemists.
They're not up.
They are just teasing. So I'm looking forward to this. With Theo away, he normally does some surgery, so I'm actually taking the scalpel's knife myself, and I'm just going to peer into the minds of these two and see what I can find.
Do you have a reason? Do you have a reason for me?
Okay. Michael, are you a single figure handicapper?
At the moment, no.
Why do you think it is that you have been?
The Danny DeVito School of Handicapping.
Thank you very much. Phil, can I ask you, who do you think will be winning the Orange Ruffy again?
Oh, I don't like to sort of create dissent amongst my troop, but Murray Cropley hated this trophy-winning guy, but you know what? He's become very fond of it, and I think he wants it to be his again.
It's a beautiful trophy.
Michael, should you be writing emails to yourself?
I do. I do. I read them after I've written them.
I don't know.
And then I forget them.
Yeah, the spiritual's got his elbow in trouble. The spiritual leaders massage program is having. Do you think it's going to lead to a happy ending, Phil?
Well, I'm not sure. He's apparently medicated. He's taking
Heavily medicated.
spiritual instructions from his wife.
Phil, will the Ferrets win the wooden spoon?
I think the Ferrets should win the wooden spoon, and I think they will.
Yes. Michael, have you any sympathy for them?
For the Ferrets.
Well,
Sympathy for the Ferrets. They are loathsome.
What would be their slogan?
Get me back in the ground.
Yeah.
Where I belong.
Down the burrow, I think.
Get me back in the ground.
Just going to move this away now. Thank you, guys, because I now have a public apology to give to the Tunners. I've called on my friends at Boss Castle, Cherry Crimean, and I've got myself a chicken pie, as you would expect from this. My humble pie is a chicken pie because I've been too scared to tip them all year. And I know there's going to be a problem with the tips later on, but to the Tunners, I can assure you that I am very sorry I've underestimated you, and Boss Castle will help me see the light at some stage during the season, to the point where we're now going to have a keg watch. If the Tunners win this thing, there will be a free keg at the Charles Latrobe Medal Night. So every week we'll have a keg watch and see how the Tunners are going. At the moment they're 9-1. That's turned the heat right on them. They've been known to falter in the finals. But there will be a free keg if the Tunners win the grand final. The other thing we've got, I will eat this, guys, later on. The other thing we've got is we've got, guys, 200 game players this week, two great ones. One is playing for the Tunners, so you guys will be up against them in a milestone match, which they haven't been too flash at. Johnny Calcinato, who in his time at the Tunners, playing his 100th game, has been the victor in the 2010 Team Survivor. And Billy Hassett of the Dynasty, the Irishman himself, is playing his 100th game. He's the All-Australian in 2013 and also as a member of the 2012 knockout winning Dynasty side. The only thing we've got left to do, guys, is the tips for this week. And I think just at this moment we might start from the bottom and work up. The Dynasty versus the Tridents. I'm actually on the Dynasty. They've been pretty consistent this year, and the Tridents a little up and down. I'm going to go for a Dynasty in what would be a slight upset. Phil?
Yeah, I think this is the time in the season when the teams out of the 8 start to pick up, and I'm going to go for them too.
There certainly is the Dynasty.
The Dynasty. Righto, Gunners versus the Sewer Rats. As much as the Sewer Rats are going well, I'm actually going the Gunners. They're starting to pick up some momentum. Their captain's back, I feel. Fred?
No, Sewer Rats, easily.
Yeah, I think the Sewer Rats.
Buglers versus the Wanderers. Buglers just no good. They're having a season that I think they're going to end up wanting to forget. The Wanderers for me.
Obvious, Wanderers.
Yep, Wanderers.
Chemists versus the Vultures. Chemists, they're teasing, but I like being teased. I'm going for the Chemists. Cool.
Well, with Vinny Sofo, anything can happen. I'm going for the Vinny boys.
I don't have a tip in this game, but you couldn't possibly tip the Vultures.
Brother W's versus the Phoenix. I think they'll continue to rise to Phoenix. They've been unlucky this year. I'm on the Phoenix.
Yeah, I think I'll go for the other side, Tony. I think the Phoenix are. I think they've lost their way a little bit. I don't know if they're on the rise, but anyway.
Fairly irrelevant game. I think a draw might be the outcome.
A draw. The Ferrets versus the F Troop. Tipping the Ferrets with a wooden spoon, got to be on the Troop.
Not the Ferrets. F Troop.
No doubt, F Troop. No doubt.
Wallywell versus the Wood Ducks once again. The Wood Ducks just, they're walking. Let's face it, the Wallywell for me.
Yep, Wallywell for me as well.
No, I think Theo will be better by Saturday, and no, I'm going for Wallywell.
Won't make the difference. Then the final, the blockbuster 1 versus 3 this week. The Tunners versus the Corruptibles. I just don't know. I'm really struggling with this. I think I'm going to go for a draw.
That's the pity.
I knew you'd say that.
That's
okay, Corruptibles, Tunners, I'm sorry. I'll eat pie. The keg watch is on. But I did say I was on board the Corruptibles. I'm putting it on. I'm putting on the shirt.
Now
Please,
that's what we want to see. We want to see the pro showing his real bias.
I actually feel like Dean Kinatara. It's the first time I've ever put it on.
How does it feel?
It's a bit tight, to be honest. I'm getting a bit nervous wearing this.
I wished I had been drafted by the Tunners. They have got the best shirt. They've got the best players. They're probably related. They live on the premises, basically. I think they're absolute certainties to get smashed this week.
Yeah, I think Michael and I want to throw down the gauntlet to you, Tony. If we beat the Tunners, we want you to wear that shirt for the whole week following.
In the pro shop and to bed.
And to bed.
Look, and to bed. Look, it's a little silky. I'm not sure if this would be all right in the bed, but I will wear it on on the Wednesday, shall we just say. Thank you very much, guys, for your input today.
And honesty.
And honesty. It's been a great season so far. This is a real milestone match, I think, coming up this weekend. This has been GPL 357. Remember, if you want to win then sing, you've got to turn up and play well. We'll see you on the weekend. All the best.